Morning, guys. This is Karma Trader. One more time, a trading here NASDAQ again. So here we have NASDAQ. As I said, today we already had news at 8:30. We don't have anything else today. What happened in news during the news was just a mess, nothing else. I know some people have the the belief that we could go higher. Yes, it could be like that. It could be that we go higher, of course, but at the same time, we have a sell side to relieve of its pain. Okay, we can still go higher and take this buy side and reverse during the opening hour. Okay, but for me, we have clear lows to take out today. Also, usually Thursday is a day uh, to go short. Usually on Thursdays, if you do a back testing, you're going to see that on Thursdays we tend to go lower. Okay, and obviously after all of this mess that has happened during all of these new highs, we can easily continue. And way more confirmation for me is the gap that we created in the opening of this new day. So we could probably today send the market really low. It could be a thing today to happen because look at this. This was the gap that we left from day to day during this opening. So the new day gap, this is the gap that we left. I think it's a little bit bigger though. I don't know. Yeah, it's only a 30 points gap, but a gap is a gap, and every movement has to start somewhere. Okay, so that's the reason why I decided to take it short today. Also, we have fantastic liquidity here remaining. We have a void here. We have the sell side liquidity that matches with a fair value gap as well. Another fair value gap that wasn't touched. So we have many things here. In the 3 minutes, I would like to put a fib from this low to this high. Let's see where it takes us. So just look how this fib, sorry guys, how this fib take us to the lower side of the market. You see? Clear liquidity here is that we haven't touched yet. It doesn't mean we will drop all of that today, but it can happen. So today could be probably a day where I'm going to be holding for long, sorry for shorts, but massively hold for a long time. So here we will wait to see how the market continues reacting. I love the way we went higher here because for me that means that our real movement is to the downside. Here we are going to start the Judah swing. The Judah swing basically started at this time here, 8:52 a.m. This is the Judah swing. Now what I would like to see is a reversal before the opening, and then try to get and sweep this liquidity up here, not going until up here, but it can also happen. So yeah, I mean we will need to just keep that in mind, basically. Okay, so let's hold it. Let's hold it. Yeah, it's okay. We don't care about whatever it does inside this range here. For me, this is a failed consolidation, which um, gives me the perfect thinking that we want to reverse. Okay, but we need to see uh, if it goes as planned or not. Look, this is another thing that gives me the reason why we want to go lower. Here we created a gap and a void at the same time to the downside. We respected it until here. You see this? Then we went lower and created another fair value gap here. But this fair value gap failed to displace to the downside, and we reversed all the way up. And now we closed just above this fair value gap. What does it mean for the market? It means that we will need to recover the strength of these two fair value gaps. If you do your back testing, you're going to see that that's a thing, and that's what they called an inversion fair value gap. This is what ICT calls an inversion fair value gap because it is used as a support, but in the reversed way. So this is what ICT will call uh, an inversion fair value gap. Okay, so yeah, basically that, guys. So here I will hold it. I kind of want to take another trade, but I will just stay quiet here. That's it. I know we can reach for very lows, very low liquidity, and I kind of want to have this as my target today. Let's see if we can get it or not. So, yeah, guys, as I said, also we didn't have our macro on Thursday, sorry, on Tuesday, and what we did was send the market higher on Tuesday, something that is out of algorithmic price delivery. Everything that has happened this week has been manipulated, nothing related to algorithmic things at all. So, as I've been saying, you could just get, I mean, at some point you need to recover all of that position and be mindful that the market needs to regain its way to continue doing the what it is supposed to do. Okay. So yeah, even though the news that we had were a negative for the dollar, it would mean that it is positive for NASDAQ. Okay, it would mean that, but at the same time, this is the maximum buy side I would expect the market to take, but I'm not that confident that we could get there. That's why I decided to take my trade here in this position, okay? Because, uh, we could get there and we could not get there. So, all of this long consolidation for me, just a playground for NASDAQ to do its thing. I want to see ES. Just look ES. ES is already doing its thing. ES is in a big consolidation. ES already took the highs. ES has nothing to do in the buy side already, but we have a failed displacement here that we will try to recover. That displacement took this liquidity, but just as it happens almost every time, once you sweep a liquidity, most of the times you tend to hard sweep that liquidity, meaning that the market, it just goes straight in that direction. So everyone who was there is killed, So Nasdaq is kind of doing the same. So, yeah, for me, as I said, it would be a great thing to just start going lower. Right now, I'm going to be holding the trade, and I'm going to be holding it just here, okay? Just above it, because we can just sweep it for a tick and be dropping. But at the same time, I don't think we are doing something there. This could be actually my main my closest target for the buy side. But at the same time, I don't think we're getting there. To be honest, I don't think we will go down. So so let's see how this delivers. 3 minutes for the opening. Look how we just barely touched this. You see the high here, the high here, it is the same as this high, but enough for this one. So let's see, we're 2 minutes away from the opening. This is just fantastic. Yeah, we went higher, that's fine. We still have 1 minute for the market to open, and we are just inside a fair value gap here. Okay, so we need to see how this delivers here from this point. So the black shaded area that you see is the opening range gap that has formed until the moment. Okay, so yeah. Uh, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Okay, 10 seconds. It's pretty fine. Let's see. Seems like we wanted to trip that liquidity. Yeah, yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, just as expected. Um, we really want to go lower. I don't think we will go anyway higher, to be honest. We just swept that liquidity, and now the market will do its thing to the downside. Okay, so here we just wait. Here we just wait to see how this delivers, and that's it. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I told you guys that the main target for the market was gonna be the downside. Eh, this we really don't have work to do up there. We are just messing around up here. And yeah, I mean, NASDAQ, to be honest, doesn't care right now about uh, what else happens in the buy side. We can still try to reach for high liquidity. Yes, of course, I'm not saying it cannot. Oh shit. Well, that's higher than expected, actually. Okay, okay. I'm smelling a back and forth situation right now. I'm smelling that. If we don't create here a clear run to the downside, but a very clear run to the downside, this is going to be a run, a back and forth run, at least for 45 minutes. Okay, so during this run, it's going to be moving around this range here that it already formed. Okay, so until this time here, so we will be moving inside this range, if we don't break it before the next candle and we make a clear directional move to the downside, if we don't do that, this is going to be a back and forth situation, okay? And yeah, you can either decide to hold it or not. We are going lower, that's a fact, but yeah, I mean, it's a back and forth situation. So here the market will try to play games with you, going back and forth just as fast as it can, but it won't make anything to help you. Okay, so yeah, let's see. The candle is already forming. So I know it looks like we want to go higher, but at this point we just need to wait a little bit to see how this continues to go. Okay. Remember that all of this range will happen in a 15-minute candle. That's why I'm not worrying too much about it because you know this is until 9:45 we will have back and forth movements unless we decide to already have a directional movement to the buy side, which could happen. Could happen. I don't think it's gonna happen because I've seen this many times, but it is still a possibility, okay? And you have to just bear with that possibility. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, just as I said, back and forth situation. We will need to see. I actually wouldn't like to be in this mess, but for me, it has A clear directional move, a clear algorithmic deliver that I called the back and forth situation, okay? And that back and forth situation tends to take around 30 minutes, a minimum of 30 minutes. But also sometimes we just tend uh, to last one 50-minute candle and that's it. I don't think this is gonna be the case, to be honest. I don't think that. But we will need to see. Okay, we will need to see. So here, fantastic. Yeah, so for my likes, I would like to see it rip through this range, but rip like really rip, you know, but rip as fuck through it, like literally rip through it. Okay, for my likes. But at the same time, uh, at the same time, I think the market is really entering in this back and forth situation that I called. It's part of the algorithmic delivery when the market doesn't have like a price run that is very clear, you know. So since we didn't have a clear targets at all, that's why we're making this mess here. As long as we don't make in the 15-minute candles a big body, we are entering in a back and forth situation. If we don't make a big body either of the two sides, we are making the back and forth situation. But if we make a big body either for the two sides, either to the two sides, we are not entering in the back and forth situation. That's why it's very important to be mindful of that. So here we keep staying inside this range that basically is a that basically is our range, you know. So if we stay inside this range here, I would expect the next 50-minute candle to start in a run to the lower side, okay, and then reverse all the way back up. But let's see. So I would really like to see it just dropping non-stop from here, but you know what I just told you. Let's see how we continue the back and forth situation. So I haven't taken my trade out yet because I really think we can use this as the strange momentum to go lower. I really don't think we're going to enter at all in a back and forth situation, even though it can still happen. Like seems like to be happening right now, but let's wait. Okay, let's wait. We have 3 minutes, 2 minutes to close the 50-minute candle, and for now, I like how it is staying. So for my likes, it would be nice to just stay here, inside this range here, and continue going lower. Okay. Going higher here will enter us in what I already told you, that is a back and forth situation. Okay. So I like it. I like it how we stay in the downside. Seems like we, I don't know. So yeah, we got back to what I called the back and forth situation. Okay. So we have some minutes yet. I want to be checking here. Yeah, just closed above it. So I didn't close it yet because, as I said, we could probably just stay inside that range. The 50 minutes. 50 minutes. So here we can still go higher, but let's see, we need to wait. It happened what I told you guys. So the back and forth situation is a thing, you know. Even when you think it is not a thing, it is a thing. So I think I'm going to try to close my trade in a no risky position. Okay, so yeah, right now we're just holding price. Seems like we already created. We still have room to go to the buy side. Probably here to this little void would be the maximum for me that we could take. And see how we left two void here, one void here, another void here. That is just how it is, man. So yeah, I know my target might look far, but trust me, it is not that far. It is not that far, guys. So yeah, we're holding here. That's okay. I like how this is forming. I would like to see a better push to the downside. I would like to see that. Fantastic, fantastic. If we can break this low here, we can break it. Fantastic. Just look how I said that. So now that we have break this low, for me it gives me way more momentum that we will go all the way down. Okay. So I know I talked about a back and forth situation, but um, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Usually it happens, as I said. Usually it is a 30 minutes back and forth situation. We can still, if the market wants to play games, we can still enter into that right now. I don't think it'll do it because we already break this range, and this range is what the market will respect in order to stay in that back and forth situation. As I said, it could still happen due to NASDAQ does whatever the fuck it wants. You know that NASDAQ is just the rebel kid, so it can still happen. Why not? If we want to give it a positive aspect of redoing it again, it's just to play with people so the market can get more money out of people. But anyways, I really don't think it'll happen. Okay, so right now we're going for this sell side liquidity, and in order to do that, we also have to just continue ripping through the downside. If for some reason, guys, we failed to go all the way down here, I actually do not know what else to expect from the market. But yeah, so let's see. Let's see if we re-enter this back and forth situation. Another failed displacement because we just came down to the same position where we had the failed displacement to the downside. Okay, so we could have one more time a failed displacement the buy side, but that would give me a nonsense price delivery. Okay, if we do that. If we do that. Hopefully we don't do that. thing is that we are in a very small uh, range of movement, meaning we are not doing the greatest movements. So now I'm thinking if we could get to my target, which for me, as I said, should be an easy target, but who knows. So great for me is staying below this gap here, below the consequent encouragement of this gap would be fantastic. So why I say that, because that will give me a better insight that we really want to push down. Okay, yeah, just like that. Nice, better than expected. Better than expected. So look, if we come for this, we will continue going lower. Why? Because we have a fair value gap here. So we will go for the next target of liquidity. That for me should be this one here. Okay. So this one, I don't know, it would be at Wednesday 1:30. See, Wednesday here. So coming back down here for this liquidity also is inside a fair value gap here. So we will push through it. I really think we will go not that deep, only 200 points, but we will go down. Very fantastic, very fantastic. So saying like this will just be great, very good for us. But in this position, guys, at this time, we need to be mindful. Why? Because at this time we could be making a reversal. We could be making a reversal, okay? 10 a.m. is the time for reversals if the market wants to reverse, okay? So, yeah, you have to be careful with that, okay? Be very careful. I don't think it'll happen, but it can happen. So, yeah, I mean, coming back up here would be the worst thing that NASDAQ can make at this point. It will be the worst thing if we do it before 10 a.m. Okay? Hopefully, we don't do that. 10 a.m. is the time for reversals, okay? So it can be happening. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it could happen, okay? I love that we continue making lower movements. I love how this is closing. I just want to see it close below here if possible. You see what I said? Closing there before 10 a.m. will be bad. Will be bad. Doing that will be bad. Why? Because that's gonna take out a strength from the market to continue its way lower. So I really want to see a movement to the downside, way lower in these 5 seconds. Okay, okay. So I closed it because, just as I said, we could be making a reversal. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it can happen, okay? I'm going to risk it, taking another trade to the downside. So, pretty convenient, okay, that we just start a reversal here. It's pretty convenient. I really, really want to go short, guys. I'm going to stick to my bias, being honest. I really want lower prices, so I'm sticking to it. Even though I think this could be a reversal, at the same time I think it's not, and it's a reversal for the continuation of the movement to the downside. So I don't know. I feel like doing this sweep on this liquidity and not going further. It's something that Nasdaq is, is burning inside, you know. And Nasdaq is saying, "Holy shit, I need to take that shit out." You know. That's why I decided to re-enter here. That's the only reason why. Fantastic. Like being honest, I would like to see another hard sweep to the downside. Like I don't know, this fucking shit is not for me. It's just a fucking mess. And this week Nasdaq has been being a fucking mess, like all the way around, like all the way around. Nasdaq is doing crazy shit. It's literally not respecting the algorithm. It's basically playing. Just look how we reverse again now. But wait, well, we still have a time for the closing of this 50 minute. I don't get you, Nasdaq. I don't get you. What are you doing, man? Yeah, you would say, okay, why did you get out? If you think it might reverse on you, well, due to how it stopped, you know. Oh my gosh. Man, I don't know. Nasdaq. Okay, so seems like we already want to do something here. ¿Te serviste, no? Sirve la tercera parte, por favor.
Está muy congelado,
Ya yo le eché en agua.
pero sigue congelado.
Mucho. Pártale así. O sea, ella ya está
No
lista.
sé, un bloquillero.
Sí, o sea, ella se lo come así, congelado. Pero no está tan congelado. O pues si se le logra partir la tercera parte, échale un poquito de agua para que se le suelte. Y el resto lo pones en bandeja. So look how we created a fair value gap at 9:59 and also a fair value gap at 10:08, and we are not respecting these fair value gaps. So uh, this can be seen as a failed forming in the macro of 10 a.m. So we will need still to wait until 10:15 or 10:25. That is the last range for its forming. Okay, we can still go pretty down, pretty down. We can still go, but we need to wait for the macro to form. Okay. Amor, yo creo que mejor. Ay, hoy no me trajiste cafecito.
¿Qué?
Hoy no me trajiste cafecito.
¿Qué mejor que?
Vamos al gym en la tarde otra vez. Pero ve y camina. Sí, porque es que vamos a ir demasiado tarde.
No, prefiero esta hora, ya estoy lista.
No, ve camina y
No,
ya.
rato tengo que ir a arreglarme.
No importa. Amor, es que nos vamos a demorar otra vez, vamos a almorzar demasiado tarde. Se nos va el día y nosotros no desayunamos.
Pero entonces vamos al gym ya.
Estoy esperando.
No quiero volver a arreglar.
Amor, dale. Mi amor, dale, no pasa nada. Bañarse es rico. Yo te baño en la tarde, pero. So right now we're not doing anything basically. We're just staying there. So I would like to see the market dropping from here. It would be pretty fantastic to happen. Yeah, I don't like this. Yeah, fantastic. So 10:20, last 5 minutes for the formation of the micro direction. Let's see how it goes and how it delivers. The market knows that if we get close to this position here, we have no other way than continue going lower. So probably that's why it's taking its way or its time to do so. And right now we just touched that fair value gap, but we reverse. No, if we touch this liquidity, there's no going back. Okay, literally no going back. Not going back. we hit this Asian range low, there shouldn't be any coming back to the price. Well, it is going down again. Así se de. Pregúntale a tu mamá a ver. Uh, okay, guys, so here we have 1025. I like how it is looking. I like how it is looking. But, again, holy shit, man, it's gonna be a fucking great joke, man. I cannot be doing this again. If we don't do anything, if we don't make something about this here, and we don't stop playing games, I'm going to be out for today, and I'm gonna be feel content with whatever I get. Why? Because the market is not in the better conditions to be trade. Okay. So for me, this is a clear run to the downside, but the market is just fucking it around, you know. So if we don't do something about this gap here, if we don't respect this gap, that is forming in the 5 minutes, if we don't stop getting too close to it, oh my god, yeah, like, this is very stupid. This is just very stupid. Very, very stupid. Just look how stupid it is. So I hope we do not retouch this. this is the formation of the gap in the 5 minutes. Okay, so not touching it again will mean that we will respect it, right? We will respect. Also, we have another one of the 3 minutes, and it's gonna be pretty awesome. Never mind, bro. Fuck this. Fuck this, man. Fuck this. I'm gonna use it 3 minutes for value gap, but um, I don't like it. Like I don't like the 3 minutes. The 3 minutes for me just off. Like we are literally just reversing the way back up again. Just look. So this is the third time we come back to this liquidity. Awful price action today. Awful, 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 awful. The worst price action I have seen this year is today. And we have had pretty bad days, let me tell you. Pretty bad days. We've had pretty bad days. Okay, so just games like this are something that can blow your accounts. 1035, 1035. 1035, last momentum to do something about, and I don't think we will reach for lower liquidity now. This can be the formation of the fair value gap of the macro to continue going higher, but I don't think we will go that high. I think we will stay inside this range here, just playing games, and that's it. But we'll need to see how it works out at the end. Okay. In the 3 minutes, we seem to be respecting the fair value gap, which I don't think is gonna last for too long. So So this gap that we had in here seems like to be a pretty strong resistance for the liquidity. As I've been saying, guys, the market knows that if we hit this liquidity here, that is the Asian range low, it has no more options than going all the way down. It's the only way to go if we hit this liquidity. Okay? If we do that, there is no reversal. That's why the market has been taking forever to try to catch that liquidity. Going higher is not an expectative for me right now. Going higher, going lower should be the thing. Should be the thing, but seems like playing games is what is moving the NASDAQ today. Okay, seems like. So 10:35, last moment of the day or of the morning session to start the macro to either of the two sides. So we did nothing basically, but let's see. We literally didn't even have 100 points move today. Not even. Not even 100, guys. Not even 100. So I'm closing my trade. I want to see what it does here. I think I'm taking a long here. Because yeah, if we want to play games, we might go higher, right? So let's just go with the flow, I guess. Let's see. This is going to be a tight stop loss. Anyways. Okay. Not what I wanted, but I have to appreciate it, I guess. So it seems like we just want to come up here, so let's just take it. Don't do it for granted, like we need to see how it is going to deliver in the next minutes. Uh, Today was awful price action for NASDAQ. Yes, I didn't check yes. Look yes, look at yes, look, holy shit. So if you ask me why I decided to do this, is because I mean this is what the market had to do the whole fucking day, the whole freaking day. We needed to just go lower, but yes, it's doing it. As you can see here, it is just going lower. Look, we already created three legs. You see? No hesitations, basically. But NASDAQ just out of its mind. Out of its mind. Let's see if we can convert this in something. Otherwise, I'm going to be out. That's it. This is hard as fuck, man. Holy shit. Well, well. Let's see if we finally can make it through that liquidity. Look, this is a fucking mess. Like, we have nothing here to rely on or to say we're going down, just like we had in ES. You see, like, if we compare the two charts, look ES, how beautiful it looks. This is just pretty easy price action here. Pretty easy price action. But I decided to trade NASDAQ today. And I mean, this has nothing to work with, basically. So yeah, let's see. I still think we should be going for this liquidity. Look, in the 4-hour chart, we are failing to make displacements to the buy side, you know, and we have this fair value gap here. My target should be here, down here to this fair value gap. Should be an easy one to get, but I would go for the closest one, which would be here, just down here, like this fair value gap, but doing a rip through it. Okay. So we're back again to the playground. Basically doing fucking nothing. One more time. Get okay. Yeah, I don't know, guys. What do you think about it? What do you think about NASDAQ is going to do? think NASDAQ is going to continue playing games or not. As I said, the macro should be a, sell side delivery, should be very simple, just like ES is doing. Very, very simple thing, but NASDAQ seems not to care too much. Yeah. Well, guys, I think I'm closing my trade here, and we are gonna be back tomorrow for more. Yeah, I'm gonna accept my loss today. It was a pretty nice week, but today is not gonna be the day. Seems like okay. So, yeah, tomorrow we have news. So see you guys. Tomorrow is gonna be a better price action for sure, probably. You know that when we hit higher highs, you never know how high it is gonna be. Okay, so have a great day and peace out.